Chapter 5: The Pain Body. Have you ever had a moment where you got into an argument over something tiny, like a drop plate or a misinterpreted text message, and suddenly you felt an overwhelming wave of intense anger, sadness, or rage? It felt like a dark cloud took over your entire body, and you couldn't control it. Eckhart Tolle calls this phenomenon the pain body. The pain body is an accumulation of old emotional pain that you have accumulated throughout your life. Every trauma, heartbreak, disappointment, and childhood wound that you did not fully face and process in the past didn't just disappear. It left a residue of pain behind, and that residue lives inside your energetic body. Most of the time, the pain body is asleep. But it is always looking for a trigger to wake it up. It loves to feed. And what does it feed on? It feeds on negative energy, drama, and conflict. When your pain body wakes up, it wants you to get into a fight with your partner, it wants you to judge yourself harshly, it wants you to feel depressed. It tricks your mind into thinking you are the pain. You become addicted to the drama because the pain body has hijacked your thoughts. How do we dissolve the pain body? The answer is simple, but it requires deep practice, conscious attention. The moment you feel the old sadness or anger rising, do not judge it. Do not analyze it. Do not try to blame someone else for it. Simply recognize it. Say to yourself inwardly, the pain body has awakened. By observing the pain body, you break the identification. The pain body thrives on your unconsciousness, it cannot survive in the light of your pure presence. It is like turning on a light in a dark room. The darkness cannot fight the light, it simply vanishes. The pain will still feel uncomfortable, but it will lose its power to control your actions and words. Chapter 6: Inner Space and the Inner Body. To anchor yourself in the now, you cannot just rely on intellectual understanding. You must feel the presence of life through your body. Tolle introduces the concept of the inner body. When most people look at their body, they see a physical form, skin, bones, muscles, and organs. This is the outer shell. But beneath this outer shell is an invisible, vibrant field of pure life force. It is the intelligence that keeps your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and your cells regenerating without you ever having to think about it. Tolle suggests a simple daily meditation to connect with this inner body. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Now, focus your attention on your hands. Without moving them, without looking at them, can you tell that your hands are still there? How do you know they exist? You will begin to feel a subtle tingling sensation, a warmth, a quiet energy humming inside your palms. That sensation is the life force. Now, move that attention up your arms, into your torso, down your legs, and into your feet, until you can feel your entire body glowing with a quiet, inner vitality. Why this matters: the mind cannot survive when your attention is anchored in the inner body. You cannot think anxiously about your bank account while simultaneously feeling the vibrant life force within your chest. The inner body is your anchor to the now. It is a portal that connects you to the deep source of being, where no anxiety, fear, or ego can touch you. Chapter 7: Relationships as Spiritual Practice. Human relationships can be a source of immense joy, but more often than not, they are a source of deep conflict, pain, and disillusionment. Why is it that the people we love the most can also make us the angriest? Tolle explains that most modern relationships are built on an egoic foundation of mutual gratification. The ego looks at another person and asks, "What can this person give me? Can they give me status? Can they cure my loneliness? Can they make me feel good about myself?" When you use another person to fulfill your ego, you are not in love with them, you are in love with how they make you feel. This is why relationships so easily flip from love to hate. The moment your partner stops acting the way your ego wants them to, the moment they stop validating you or giving you attention, your ego feels threatened. The pain body wakes up, and the relationship becomes a battlefield of manipulation, blame, and drama. To transform your relationships, you must treat them as a spiritual practice. Stop trying to change your partner. Stop demanding that they make you happy. True love is not about finding someone to complete you, it is about recognizing that you are already complete, and sharing that completeness with another. When your partner triggers you, instead of reacting with anger, use that moment to practice absolute presence. Allow them to be exactly as they are in that moment, even if they are acting from a place of ego. When you meet your partner's unconsciousness with total presence, you create a safe space where healing can happen. You stop fighting ego with ego, and instead, dissolve conflict with awareness. Chapter 8: Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness, the Power of Surrender. We spend our entire lives chasing happiness and running from unhappiness. But Tolle makes a brilliant distinction between happiness and a deeper state called peace. Happiness is dependent on external conditions. It is dependent on things going your way. If you win the lottery, you are happy. If your car breaks down, you are unhappy. Because external conditions are constantly changing, happiness is always temporary, fragile, and unstable. Peace, however, is independent of conditions. Peace is found when you surrender to the reality of the present moment, whether it is good or bad. This brings us to the core, most radical teaching of the book, The Power of Surrender. To the ego, the word surrender sounds like defeat, weakness, or giving up. But true surrender is completely different. Surrender does not mean passively accepting a miserable life or allowing yourself to be abused. It means accepting the inner reality of the moment without judgment. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine you are stuck in the mud. Non-surrender, you scream, curse the weather, blame the road, and feel intense anger inside. Your mind is fighting reality. Does this help you get out? No. It just drains your energy and makes you miserable. Surrender, you look at the situation and say, okay, I am stuck in the mud. This is the reality of this moment. There is no emotional drama, no anger, no victimhood. From that clear, peaceful state of acceptance, you take action. You find a shovel, call for help, or place a board under the tire. Surrender is the simple but profound wisdom of yielding to, rather than opposing, the flow of life. When you fight the reality of what is, you are fighting the entire universe. You cannot win that fight. Acceptance of the present moment does not make you weak, it unlocks a massive reservoir of intelligent energy that allows you to act with clarity, power, and wisdom. Conclusion: the manifestation of being. As we reach the conclusion of this journey through the power of now, let us take a moment to look at the world around us. Look at the trees, the animals, the flowers. Notice how they do not suffer from anxiety. A bird does not sit on a branch worrying about tomorrow's weather. A flower does not feel insecure compared to the flower next to it. They live in a state of absolute, natural surrender to the now. They are connected to the source of all existence. Human beings have lost that connection because we have allowed our minds to become our masters. We have mistaken the map for the territory. We have mistaken our thoughts for our true identity. But you do not have to live as a prisoner of your mind anymore. The key to the cage is in your hand, and it has always been there. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by the weight of life, remember these core steps. Observe the thinker, step back and listen to the voice in your head without judging it. Break the illusion of time, realize that the past has no power over you, and the future is a shadow. There is only now. Dissolve the pain body, watch your negative emotions rise with conscious attention, denying them the fuel of your thoughts. Anchor in the inner body, feel the life force pulsing inside you to silence the mental chatter. Surrender to what is, drop your resistance to reality, and let go of the need for things to be different than they are in this exact microsecond. Enlightenment is not an exotic, far-off achievement that requires decades of sitting in a cave. Enlightenment is simply the realization that you are already complete, right here, right now. It is the shift from a life spent waiting for fulfillment to a life lived from a state of foundational fullness. Thank you for embarking on this journey into presence. As you close this audio experience, don't rush back into psychological time. Look around the room you are in. Notice the light, the shapes, the sounds, the space. Feel your breath flowing in and out of your lungs. Feel the life force in your hands. Stay here. Stay in the now. Because this moment is all there ever was, and all there ever will be.